Hello everyone, welcome to the McBain Ramblers versus the Evart Wildcats. My name is Gavin Scott. I am joined here with Grayson Guernsey.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this game is a playoff game, just in case you didn't know. And in the regular season when McBain and Evart played, the score was very lopsided. It was 48-20, and Evart win. And McBain did not play well, but that was a long time ago. And now McBain has somewhat improved. They've won a lot of games. I mean, the last game that they played, they absolutely stomped. I think it was Ogama Heights.
I'm not sure.
But they did. And now the Evart Wildcats, last game they played was against Harrison, and they won 41-26. It was a very one-sided game, just like before. And now in the other times that Evart and McBain have met in the playoffs, like in 2021 in the regular season, Evart won the regular season game 40-12, and in the playoffs McBain beat Evart 42-7.
Yeah, McBain definitely looking to get some revenge here from earlier in the season. They just want to come out firing on all cylinders. We don't want no wasted possessions.
No, not at all. And back to receive is Isaac Boss. Isaac Boss this season has been doing phenomenal. I mean, he's gotten a lot of touchdowns, a lot of rushing yards, and he's just overall a good player. He's a part of the, well, I like to call it a three-headed dragon of the backfield of the McBain Ramblers.
Number 15, Jordan Wick to kick.
Now time for the game to decide who will go home and who will move forward to possibly go to the championship. It is recovered by number 34, Ben Rodenball, and he runs right up the middle and is taken down by number 34.
That is 24, maybe Tanner Graber. Ooh, sorry, 75. Sorry, Beard. Benjamin Rodenball there, spinning off one tackle, able to run it up to about the 50-yard line, 46. Sorry. Let's see what the offense can do here.
Braylon Bass under center. They're running the T formation. The formation. No, I think it might be I think it is a shotgun formation in a way. A lot of motion. Braylon Pace under center.
In shotgun.
Shotgun formation.
Delay a game is the call against the Ramblers.
Delay a game on the Ramblers.
That'll move them back 5 yards, and it'll be 1st and 15 for McBain.
Now, this game is very important to some because this is the seniors' last shot, their last chance that they get to be able to move on and possibly finish their high school career great.
Braylon Pace in the backfield with Calvin McGillis. Elijah Baker in motion. He takes the snap. He gives it to Eli, who has room. He breaks to the outside. He has room. He's going. And he is taken down by number 7. That is Jake Ladd, but not after gaining about 15 yards in the first down.
Elijah Baker, he is a very, very small and very fast guy. Like they say, small. If you're small, you have less weight to carry, so that means you can take steps a lot more faster. And they're just generally smaller people are a lot more faster than taller people, unless if you're Usain Bolt, for instance. But he's just a very good running back, and just the blocking schemes that the offensive linemen doing are just amazing, helping him get a large amount of yards and get closer to the elusive end zone and touchdown. And there appears there was a flag.
I'm not hear what it was, but it is a very big flag, 15-yard penalty. But like you were saying earlier, Eli Baker is just such a fast guy. Same formation, or maybe not same formation. Eli in motion, it was. They give it to Kelvin McGillis, who is swallowed by the entire line. 3 Wildcats in on the tackle.
That play right there, that is the McBain Ramblers do not want to see that. It's just a bad sign. But the Everett defense did an amazing job. They were able to seek in there like, well, I can't use any more example, but like a bunch of like sharks attacking a dead whale carcass, if that makes sense at all. But just a very good job by the Everett defense.
3 receivers out to the left. Bryce Acom in the backfield. Ben Rodema out right. Braylon Pace. Kelvin McGillis in motion. Braylon gives it to Kelvin along the right side. He cuts it. He's taken down. He's pushing through 3 defenders on his back, and he's finally taken down after a gain of maybe 5 or 6 yards.
Calvin McGillis is a very strong.
To the original line of scrimmage.
Never mind. Sorry, gain of 3 yards.
Now that one play prior brought them back a couple yards, but Calvin McGillis, he's just a good guy. He's just a big, strong, and usually like they just use him to like bulldoze through guys. And the Everett defense in that play did it phenomenally, preventing Calvin McGillis from getting a large amount of yards. It is 2nd down. It is 3rd down and
About
9 to go.
Braylon Pace, same formation. He takes a snap. It is a pass. He rolls out left. He looks. He throws it across the middle to Eli, who I think he brought it in. No, they are waving it. It is incomplete. That'll make it 4th and 9.
Now,
Grayson, do you think they'll go for it here, or do you think they'll bring out Tommy to kick it?
they might bring out Tom Smolin to kick it because, I mean, going for it is very risky. I mean, especially in the playoffs. If you go for it in the playoffs and you don't make it, then you probably it'll turn around bad. And then one thing about if you don't make it, then morale is a huge thing in sports. If your team loses a lot of morale, then you're not going to do well because nobody is hyped up.
But they do elect to go for it. Benjamin Rodema out to the right. 3 receivers out to the left. Braylon Pace takes his snap. He rolls out left. He throws it up and is way over. Nope, sorry, not way overthrown, but it is out of bounds. And it will be a turnover on downs. Evert ball on what looks like to be about the 30-yard line. Their own 30.
This Everett team so far has been showing off strong. Everett team this year has won every single one of their games except against Beale City because Beale City is undefeated this year. They're really good. But the Everett defense so far has been doing a phenomenal job of shutting down the McBain run game because that is what McBain is known for, is the run game.
Everett now on offense. 3 receivers out to the right. Number 12, Preston Wallace, quarterback with 32. Cole Hopkins in the backfield. Preston Wallace takes a snap. He throws it to Cole Hopkins out to the right, who has room. He's going along the right side, but he's taken down by, I think
that might have been Isaac Boss.
I think you're right.
Or Caleb Abbott. Yep, Caleb Abbott. Caleb Abbott, he's small. He's able to get through there fast, and he was able to get that tackle. I mean, they did a little bit of a quick. The Everett did a little bit of a quick pass, and he was just doing a great job on defense.
Same formation except 3 receivers out to the left. Wallace in the backfield with Hopkins. Wallace decides to keep it and is dragged down quickly. By that is number 50, Jonathan Sycamore, the freshman.
Jonathan Sycamore, the freshman. I personally was able to play with him in 8th grade. He is a very, very bad guy to play against. I mean, he's a lovable dude outside of football, but in football, you don't want to go against him. And he's just strong, and he just has been having a great varsity season so far.
Wallace in shotgun. Hopkins to his right. Motion. Number 3, that is Jacoby White in motion. Wallace takes a snap. He looks right. He throws a bullet pass to Marcel, who catches it, but is quickly taken down by number 2, Isaac Boss, but not after the gain of maybe 6 yards. That will make it 4th and I think 3 or 4.
Everett so far, as I see, they do a lot of quick passes. I mean, they've been just doing a lot of really quick ones, and the McBain defense has been able to hold them strong and not being able to let them get a lot of yards.
Wildcats decide to go for it on 4th. Wallace with Hopkins in the backfield. Number 7 in motion. He comes back. Wallace takes a snap. Hands it to Hopkins up the middle, who I think is, I don't know if he got it or not. He does get it. That will move the chains. Makes it 1st down.
Now, Trey Hopkins is just from up here. He looks like a very strong runner, and he's just as strong. He's able to punch it right up there and get a lot of short yards.
Same formation here for the Wildcats. Preston Wallace. Hopkins moves out to the left. along with 3 other receivers. He looks, Wallace looks for number 11. It's a trick play. Number 11 throws it, but he overthrows Hopkins. Number 11, Lucas Johnson, with a dime of a throw, just slightly overthrown. If Hopkins was maybe 2 inches taller, he might have been able to grab that.
Yes, that was a very a smart play. I mean, I'm a Packers fan, and personally, that gives me PTSD from the last time they played the Lions, because I was at that game when they did that one trick play and scored a touchdown. So it does give me PTSD, but that was a very smart play, and it's just a very tricky one to go against.
It will make it 2nd down, I think. They're on the 38-yard line.
37.
Preston Wallace hands it number 7 along the right side. He's going, and he's taken down. But he does get back to the line of scrimmage. Gain of nothing. That will make it 3rd down. Sorry, he does pick up a couple yards. Brings him to the 40-yard line. 3rd and 7.
So far, the McBain Ramblers have been able to shut down their run game. The McBain Ramblers defense have been able to shut down their run game, but their passing game, they might have a little bit of trick to do. Number 12 under center.
Wallace under center, or not under center, in the backfield, sorry. Cole Hopkins to his right. Takes a snap. He looks for Cole Hopkins. No, he throws it to Marcel White, who catches it. He has room. He's going. But he's taken down by Isaac Bosch, but not after the huge gain that moves to the Ramblers 30.
The White brothers, they are very gifted athletically. And as you see, they are able to make good catches. They are fast, and just it's hard to catch them. I mean, thankfully, Isaac Boss was in the backfield able to get him to prevent him possibly scoring a touchdown.
After the huge gain, Wallace, he takes a snap, gives it. No, he doesn't. It's tipped by Kelvin. Wallace was trying to throw it to his right, quick pass, but Kelvin was able to jump up and deflect the ball, make it incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 on McBain's 30-yard line. That
was a very good play by Calvin McGillis. He uses his size and just his able to, because when you reach up your arms, you possibly get like 2 more, well, not just a lot more height. So it's like putting up your arms is a very just smart move by him to do. It is now 2nd and 10 on the balls on the 30-yard line.
Same formation here. Wallace. He takes the snap. He decides to keep it up the middle. He has room. He makes 2 defenders miss. He's still going. But he's finally taken down by number 8, Blaine Houston, but not after getting to the McBain 10-yard line.
Now, the Evart has been doing a lot of like run-type plays, the QB sneak plays. The quarterback did a smart move, able to carry the ball himself and cut it right up the middle and get a large amount of yards. And that's just a very smart play by the quarterback.
Yeah, Evart is marching up the field now. McBain seems to have no answer for them. Wallace. Cole Hopkins in the backfield with him. Number 7 in motion. Wallace takes a snap. Hands it to Hopkins, who pushes forward but is taken down quickly by Bryce Acom and Mac Bonico.
Now, the McBain defense realized that the Evart likes to run right up the middle. So even though it's not a very clean move, they're doing a lot of chop blocking, because that's a smart move, because once you get on the ground, you can just reach out on the ground, grab the guy at his feet. It's just a very smart move to shut down a run game. And they're just doing a great job so far.
2nd and 9 for the Wildcats. Wallace. Hopkins to his right. Wallace takes a snap. Hands it. No, he doesn't hand it to Hopkins. He throws it to contested. But it is incomplete. Broken up by Blaine Houston.
Blaine Houston was able to, I think that pass was intended for Marcel White. Marcel White able to get use his speed to get open, but then Blaine Houston was like, no, I don't think I'm going to let you do this. So then he was able to put his arms up and just knock away the pass and saving the McBain Ramblers from being down by 6. That was just a great play by Blaine Houston.
3rd and 10 here. 3rd and 9 or 10. Wallace. Takes his, number 7 in motion. Wallace takes a snap. He looks right. Throws his number 7, but is taken down hard by Kelvin McGillis. Kelvin McGillis with the huge hit. Number 7, Jake Ladd, the ball carrier, instantly taken down by Calvin McGillis.
Calvin McGillis read that like it's a book. He saw that the guy was moving out to the side, so then he immediately was like, all right, that's my guy. So then he went up to him and he just smoked him. He just went like that. And that's just a very hard hit. I mean, it seems like the guy got up pretty safe and sound, so it didn't give him that big of a hit, but just still a very aggressive hit from Calvin McGillis. It is 4th down, and the ball is on the 10, and there's 9 yards to go.
Yep, 4th and about 15, ball on Evert's 10 or 15-yard line, somewhere in between there. They do elect to go for the field goal, number 15, Jordan Wick, the kicker. They take the snap, kick is off, and it is short. No good. The score will remain 0-0. 5:25 left in the first half.
Now that drive, I'm just going to do a quick overview of that drive. That drive was a very good drive by the Evart Wildcats. I mean, they did a really good job of moving down the field, using like passes, trick plays, run plays, and able to get down the field and got close to the end zone. But the McBain Ramblers defense was just too tough on the goal line for them, so they weren't able to get it, and they elected to go for the field goal. But the field goal missed by a little bit to the right. But now McBain has a chance to be able to score a touchdown and be up 6 in this game, or be up by 3 if they elect to kick it.
Yeah, like you said, Evart just drove down the field. Basically, looked like they couldn't be stopped. The McBain stepped it up on the goal line. Well, not on the goal, but on the 10-yard line. They stepped it up, and they shut him down, and now it will be McBain's ball on their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
Evart seems to be running a 4-front on the defensive line.
T formation here for the Rambos, what they run all year. Braylon Pace gives it to Eli Baker, who has room. He is so fast.
That is Bryce Acom.
Bryce Acom. And he is taken down, but not after the gain of, I don't know, a lot of yards.
Bryce Acom, he is small, he is fast, or he is Quadzilla. That is what Peyton called him, but he's just small and fast. He was able to dip and dive. I don't even think half the Evart defenders even saw him. He's just so fast, and thankfully for the Evart defense, Jacoby White was able to chase him down and prevent him from scoring a touchdown.
I didn't know who had the ball there. I saw Calvin McGillis and Isaac Boss run to the right, and then I just saw Bryce Acom running up the middle. He's moving so fast, I thought he was Eli. But now it will be Ramblers, 1st and 10 for the Ramblers on Evert's 20. They went from the 20 to the 20. And now there will be a flag on Evart to move McBain even closer to the end zone.
McBain so far, at the beginning, I thought, they were losing a little bit of momentum because after those huge gains, they just felt like their morale was getting low. But now, all of a sudden, their morale is super high, and they're super pumped up. And just after that play, that's just a great play to go for 2.
Braylon Pace under center. Isaac Boss, Bryce Acom, Kelvin goes in the backfield. Braylon Pace gives it to Bryce, who is met at the line and is pushed back. But I think he does gain about a yard. If not, he just got back to the line of scrimmage.
Initial contact was by number 70 on the Evart defense, and he was held him in place so that his other buddies could come in and push him back. Just a smart play by him because, he could take him down by himself, but it's smart to, if there's guys behind, the running back to try and take down, pushing him forward, it's great to just let other guys come in and be able to tackle him.
2nd and 5 for the Ramblers on the Evart 15-yard line. Same formation, T formation. Braylon Pace under center. He gives it to, I think that was Bryce Acom up the middle, who's being pushed forwards, and I think they get the 1st down. I'm not sure.
Bryce Acom so far has been having a great game. He did that one amazingly huge run, and then also he just was able to, he was still fighting forward. That's the number one thing that you want to do when you're running back. You just want to keep pumping those feet. Just keep pumping those feet, because if you stop pumping those feet, you're vulnerable. So luckily for him, he's short, so he's able to just do those steps a little bit quicker than all these other guys.
Will be 1st and goal for the Ramblers. Braylon Pace, he gives it to, I think that's Bryce Acom, who's being pushed forwards. Did he get in? It is a touchdown! Bryce Acom powering through for the touchdown. Ramblers score first here. Bryce Acom amazing for the Ramblers on this drive, don't you think, Grayson?
Yeah, he did amazing. He's just been using his strength, his quads. He's been using his quads to just break into there and just bust right through that line and just able to score the first touchdown. And now it looks like they are going to go for no. It seems as if the McBain Ramblers are going to kick it, and this is the first. And Thomas Maloney out to kick the freshman. One of my good friends. He's a really good kicker. He has a strong leg.
It snapped. The kick is off, and it is good. Nope, I lied. It is not good. It looked good from here.
Number 5, Thomas Maloney's kick is no good.
Then we make it 6-0, 3:34 left in the first quarter.
Now,
Evart ball.
Now, usually in the regular season, a lot of teams after they score a touchdown, they go for 2. But in the playoffs, it's not smart to go for 2. I mean, you can go for 1 because it's just 1. It's pretty much guaranteed that you're going to make it. Sometimes, I'm not saying all the time, but it's just smart to go for 1 in the playoffs because going for 2 in like the regular season, it's like where you can have a little bit of fun. There's nothing really on the line except for like making the playoffs. You know what? This. Just going for 1 is smarter than going for 2. That's all I should have said. Now Thomas Maloney to kick off for the McBain Ramblers, and back deep, I think that is one of the White brothers.
It is number 3, Jacoby White. Thomas Maloney, like you said, to kick.
Thomas Maloney, he's just a very strong kicker. Sometimes I like to say when he kicks it so hard that the guys fumble it because it just hits them at like light speed, to the point where it's just like so hard, such hard of a kick that you can't catch it sometimes. There's about 3 minutes and 34 seconds left in the first quarter.
The kick is off. It is a deep kick. Jacoby feels it. He's running right up the middle. No, he takes it to the right side. He's going, but he is taken down by Kelvin. I think that is by Kelvin McGillis made the initial hit, and then the Ramblers came in and cleaned him up there.
That was just a great play by the kickoff team. They were able to stop him short and prevent him from getting a large amount of yards using his speed. And prevent him from using his speed to his advantage. Just to stop. This is a great field position because if you stack the quarterback, then you could possibly get a safety. Or if you just sack him a couple of times, then you possibly might get a safety. This is just a great position for the McBain defense to be in right now.
Holding is the call against Evart.
Maybe holding, which will move them back even farther. Right now they're on their own 20, but it'll move them back to the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. I'm sorry. See what the McBain defense can do here. And let's see what the Evart offense can do.
The McBain defensive line is just been, I've been phrasing them as the wall this entire season. They've been just very dominant throughout the season.
Wallace in the backfield with Hopkins. Preston Wallace. He takes a snap. He gives it to Hopkins out the right side. He has some room, some blockers, but nope, he is taken down after a gain of maybe 1 yard.
That was a great play by the McBain defense because they were able to just get in there and stop him. I mean, they gained a couple of yards, but the McBain defense just prevented him from getting a large amount of yards because their running back, he's pretty small and just pretty big. I mean, like, he looks like he was born on leg day just because judging by the size of his quads from here. And it's just a good idea to shut him down quick because he just looks like a very strong runner.
2nd and 8 for the Wildcats, on their own 12-yard line. Maybe 10-yard line. Wallace takes a snap. He looks deep. He throws it to number 11 across the middle. He was taken down by, that was number 1.
Caleb Abbott.
11, Lucas Johnson with the catch. It will be a 1st down for Evart. Wallace looked downfield, saw no one there, and threw it to Wallace.
Johnson. Just as you said, the quarterback, he stepped back into the pocket, and then he looked to his left and saw a guy wide open and just threw right to him, and he did a great job of just running upfield and being able to get the first down.
2 receivers out on each side for the Wildcats. They're on the 30-yard line, their own 25. Number 7 in motion. Wallace takes a snap. He looks right. He throws it across the middle and is almost picked off by number 34, Ben Rodenbaugh. A little low, bounced in front of him.
The Preston Wallace stepped back into the pocket and just did well. That was just a great play by the McBain defense. I mean, they were able to put pressure onto Wallace and able to cause him to throw it a little bit inaccurate. I saw that they got him a little bit before he threw it, but they didn't. Just a great job by the McBain defense.
Same formation here for the Wildcats. 2 receivers out on each side. Hopkins in the backfield. He goes in motion. Wallace looks for Hopkins, but he is taken. No, he's not. He shakes off the tackle. He rolls right. He fires it to Hopkins, who makes the reception. No, he doesn't. Does he? He does make the catch. We'll make it first down.
The refs are talking right now, so it is not confirmed.
I saw Ben Rodenbaugh waving his hands, and he was right. It is incomplete.
Just a great play by the McBain defense, being able to cause it to play. Jonathan Sikkema, the freshman, able to get in there and about sack the quarterback, and just did a great job of getting in there and to put pressure on him, cause him to throw it a little bit inaccurate because he can't look behind him, so he might have thought there was a bunch of 300-pound dudes ready to take his head off or something like that. So he threw it a little bit inaccurate.
3rd and 10 here for the Wildcats on the 25-yard line.
There's 1 minute and 51 seconds left in the first quarter.
Same formation, 2 receivers on each side. Hopkins in the backfield. Wallace takes a snap. He rolls out left. He looks right. He is going back right. He looks for the pass. He throws it deep, but it is out of bounds. Target intended for, I think that was Marcel White. Blaine Houston able to, I don't know if he disrupted it a little bit, but the pass was a little out of bounds, so I don't think that was catchable.
Just the McBain defense so far has been doing a very dominant job. Jonathan Sikkema being able to get in there fast and just put a lot of pressure. I mean, everybody on the defense is putting pressure on him, and just the backs are doing a great job. It looks like Evart is going to punt it, which is a very smart move.
Yeah, 4th and 10 on their own 25. If you don't get it here, the McKin Rams are in a very good position, so punting it may be the best option.
Number 25, I think, 75 to punt the ball.
High punt. And then number 2, Marcel White, decides to down it near the 50-yard line. The Rambler offense will come back onto the field looking to score here.
That drive overview with the drive by the Evart Wildcats was a very hard drive. I mean, the McBain defense just made them work for every single thing that they did, and they just put a lot of pressure on them. But they weren't able to get as far. But still, it's just a decent drive, just a good hard knocks football drive right there.
First and 10 for the Ramblers on the 50-yard line. 2 running backs in the backfield. Braylon Pace under center. Shorty, Bryce Acom, and Isaac Bass in the backfield. Kelvin McGillis out to the right. He hands it to Bryce Acom up the middle, who is taken down, but not after gaining 6 yards, what looks like on the play.
Bryce Acom able to run right up the middle. I think he was taken down by number 79. 78 on 70 on the defense. Caleb McKay, and just a great play by the McBain offense. They will get those short amount of yards, get close to the first down and a touchdown.
2nd and 5 for the Ramblers. Team formation. Braylon Pace under center. They give it to Isaac Boss. He makes a move, but is grabbed onto by someone on the Evart defense, pulling it back. But I think he gains maybe 1 yard on the play. Alex Gerhans, I think, with the tackle.
Just Isaac Boss is we've given him several nicknames, but I just have to read off a lot of guys' names to be able to tell him and just show how good he is, and he just was able to run up the middle, but the Evart defense is able to stop them and prevent them from getting a large amount of game. Just a great job of the Evart defense.
Same formation here for the Ramblers. Braylon Pace under center, Kelvin McGillis, Bryce Acom, and Isaac Boss in the backfield. Braylon Pace takes the snap. He gives it to Isaac. He runs it off the right side, who has some room, but he is grabbed onto, but not after maybe not getting the first. I think he's about 2 yards short of the first down.
I think it is very close.
Yeah, he might have got it. It is a first down. First and 10 for the Ramblers.
Just a great play by Isaac Boss. He just does not stop driving his feet. I mean, the guys keep on grabbing onto every which where that they can find to be able to stop him, but no, he just keeps on pumping his feet and is able to get pushed forward by a couple of his teammates to get that first down and just get closer to the end zone. It looks like there is going to be a time out.
That'll be the final play of the quarter.
Nope, it's going to be the final play of the quarter. Your score, Evart Wildcats 0, McBain Ramblers 6. Now, that quarter, how would you give that quarter?
Well, at the beginning of the quarter, the Wildcats drove down the field on their very first drive. Looked like they were going to score, but the Ramblers held strong and were able to stop them. And then Ramblers went down. I believe they scored their next drive, which really gave them a lot of momentum after Bryce Hickham's 60-yard run. And then that really gave them momentum moving forwards. And then the Wildcat offense was stopped very quickly by the McBain offense on this drive, and then the Ramblers took over, and so far they've gotten the first down.
Now, I'm gonna do a new system where I rate quarters, and I'm gonna out of 5, like 0 out of 5. I'm gonna give this quarter about a 4 stars, because it was pretty good. It was a hard knocks quarter, a lot of physical contact, and a lot of big hits. A lot of them, and a lot of just good old shoulder pad to shoulder pad football. Now the McBain Ramblers offense is going to come back out. Of course, every single quarter change, the side of the field switches, so they were on the right side of the field. Now they're on the left side of the field.
Yep.
On the 38-yard line.
First and 10 for the Ramblers on Everett's 38-yard line. Same formation, T formation. Braylon Pace under center. Takes a snap. He gives it to Kelvin McGillis along the left side, who breaks 2 tackles and is finally taken down by
number 6, Kelvin McGillis.
By a pack of Wildcats.
Yeah.
Calvin McGillis, or I like to call him the freight train, he's just a very big guy and he can't be stopped. I mean, it takes a lot to bring him down. I mean, no more way to take down someone that's running is to go for their legs, but I don't think you can really do that for a train. I mean, because he just keeps on moving he's big, but he's strong too. He can probably break the tackles trying to be made on him just with his size and leg strength.
T formation for the Ramblers. Braylon Pace under center. He rolls out. He looks. Kelvin McGillis is there. Kelvin McGillis catches it. He is open. He's running along the left side, and he is in for the touchdown. No, he did get stripped at the end, but he was already in the touchdown. McBain Ramblers score off the completion from Braylon Pace to Kelvin McGillis.
That play was amazing. Just an amazing fake that they were able to successfully do the fake out. I think they faked 3 handoffs, and then Braylon Pace was being pressured a little bit, so then he just looked to his left, saw his good old faithful Calvin McGillis, and just threw a dime to Calvin McGillis, and he was able to catch it and just run all the way into the end zone to score a touchdown and to bring up their lead in this game.
The Ramblers elect to go for 2 here.
A smart move.
They put Carson Murphy way out wide to the right, Isaac Boss and Eli Baker in the backfield. Braylon Pace hands it to Eli. He runs up the right side. He shakes off a tackle, and he is in for the 2-point. Score is now 14-0. McBain is winning. 11:05 left in the second quarter. Grayson, what do you think about that drive there?
That drive was just an incredible drive. I mean, it started they did a lot of running plays over at the first quarter, but then they did a pass play that was absolutely phenomenal. They were able to use their leg strength, their speed, and able just to keep on driving down there, and it was just a great drive, and it ended with a 6 on the board. And the drive ended with an 8 on the board because they had 6 and then they scored a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, and that is 8 points if I did my math correctly.
You did.
I'm not the best at math, so I just always ask people if I did it correct.
The McBain Ramblers are locked in right now. They came to this game ready to win, and that's exactly what they're doing so far.
Mm-hmm. Because again, some of these, this is the seniors' last chance to end their high school career with a bang. Because I mean, some of them, they just want to give it all in the field. Every single other seniors, but this group of seniors right now, it looks like they're gonna go out with everything they got and just give it their all to like 1,000%.
Thomas Maloney to kick. Number 3, Jacoby White back deep for Evart.
Thomas Maloney, last kick he did was an absolute bomb and about went into the end zone. Hopefully he can repeat that and just make another absolute bomb like Justin Tucker.
The kick is off. It is a boot right to Jacoby White, who fields it. He's running up the middle. He's looking for somewhere to go, but there's nowhere to go, and he is swallowed by the kick team.
He is swallowed up just like a whale eating a bunch of a little shrimp in the ocean, and it's just like a great job by the kick team, able just to swarm him and prevent him from getting any large amount of yards. Now the Evart offense will go on the ball. Now the last few drives they've done they've not been able to score, but hopefully this drive they're able to score and bring up their lead by 6 or score. Get on the board.
2 receivers out to the right, 1 out to the left. Wallace in the backfield. He takes a snap. He gives it to number 24, who's running left. He shakes off 1, shakes off 2 tackles, shakes off 3. He has room. He is going. And he is taken down by Jacob Billett, but not after this huge gain. The ball carrier, number 24, Tanner Graber. The huge gain. Jacob Billett had to chase him down. Tanner Graber broke multiple tackles there.
Tanner Graver just did a great job. He just kept on like pumping his feet. He looked like Derrick Henry out there. And also, I want to compliment your hair. Your hair looks absolutely beautiful, majestic out there, just to let you know. And just a great run by him. He was able to get down the field, and now they're really, really close to the end zone.
That is exactly what Evart needed to get them fired back up.
Looks like there will be a timeout. On the McBain Ramblers.
Now, Evart was down on themselves, I bet, because McBain got 2 scores and Evart obviously has 0. But after that huge play, they are definitely fired up, looking to score here to shrink the lead to a 1-score game.
But that drive and this entire drive so far by the Evart Wildcats has been looking really, really good. I mean, I could tell they have determination to get a point on this board, because right now they're down by 14, and it would just be a lot more comfortable if they're down by like 6 or like 8, or down by 7 or like whatever it is. But it would just be a lot more comfortable. They were able to score and be able to get close to this lead, so they don't have to be like, so they get to like calm down a little bit.
Wallace in the backfield, Graber with him. Wallace. Number 3, Jacoby White in motion. They give it to Jacoby along the... No, they don't. They give it to Graber up the middle. I'm actually not sure who they gave it to. They did give it to Jacoby, sorry. And he is able to gain 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 now for the Wildcats on their own 30-yard line.
That play by the McBain Rambler defense was just very good. I mean, their defensive line is just phenomenal, and they are just called the wall, like I like to call them. The back to center and moves to the left. Snaps the ball. He hands it off to number 24. He runs it, and he is still running. He cuts up, and it is still going. And Tanner Draver with the ball. Just a great run by Tanner Draver. The offensive line did a great job doing their blocking schemes on that run. I mean, just this one running back just came out of nowhere and has just been playing phenomenal so far. It's just crazy.
Yeah, Graber came in. I thought it was still Hopkins, but Graber was in. And first play he was in, 60-yard run. So I'd call that good. Same formation here. Wallace. Number 7 in motion. Wallace keeps it though, but is wrapped up and taken out instantly by, I think that was Johnny Sycamore.
Gonna lose a couple yards on
Maybe
the play.
it was
Number
Mac.
44,
No, I think
Acom
it
on
was
the
Johnny
stop.
Sycamore. Maybe Bryce Acom. Multiple people there.
The two people I saw was Jonathan
Second and
Sycamore and
12
Bryce
coming up
Acom.
for
They are
Evart.
both very good and young athletes, so they are able to just get in there fast and able just to swallow him up to prevent him from getting any large amount of yards because they know their quarterback has wheels.
Wallace. Number 7 in motion. There's a flag. I'm not sure what it was.
Flag down before the snap.
False start on Evart, which will move them back.
False start against the Wildcat.
Now, that is not what you want to see when you're this close to the end zone. I mean, it's second down right now. They're a little bit behind after that one last thing, but that's just not what you want to see. But hopefully they're able to recover from this. I mean, it's not that big of a... I mean, it's a big deal, but not at the same time. So hopefully they're able to recover from this and gain back the yards that they just lost.
The momentum, I think it's equal right now between both teams. 3 receivers out to the right, 1 out to the left. Graber in the backfield. Hopkins in at Wallace in at quarterback. Wallace takes the snap. He looks right. He throws it over the middle to number 11, who is taken down by Blaine Houston. Number 11 to Lucas Johnson, the receiver that received the pass from Wallace.
7-yard pickup.
Blaine Houston with the hit. It'll be third and I think
That'll bring up
7.
Third down and 9 for
Third
Evart.
and 9
Luke,
for Evart.
that was just a great pass play by Luke, and Lucas Johnson was able to grab the ball and able to get them closer to the end zone. 3rd and 9 to go.
2 receivers on each side. Wallace with Graber in the backfield.
I think the Everett Wildcats called the timeout because there seemed to be a little bit of confusion on that one play. So they saw that the clock was running, that their snap clock was running down, so they decided to call a timeout, which is just a very smart move. And this, so far, the Everett Wildcats and the band, you can hear they're like jamming just sick beats, which is just, they're pretty cool. And so far, the Everett Wildcats are just having just a phenomenal drive. I mean, they just have been just doing good. They're getting closer to the end zone. They can hopefully just score a tutty and be able to get up. They're able to get 6 points on the board, and it looks like the timeout is over, and McBain and Evart are going to go back onto the field.
3rd and 9 for the Wildcats on the 15-yard line. McBain's 15. 8:03 left in the second quarter. Wallace takes a snap. He throws it to the left to number 7, who runs it in. And I think he's short of the touchdown, but it is the first down. That was Jake Ladd with the reception.
Jake Wag just did a phenomenal, just a great job. He was able to, Everett likes to do a little bit quick passes, and he just caught the ball and just did a great job of just running upfield really quick to get closer to the end zone. I think they might run it right here.
First and goal on the 5-yard line.
They
They
do
hand it
run
to
it,
Graber,
and it is, he
who
is
is instantly taken down by a ton of Ramblers. Initial hit was Kelvin McGillis.
Tanner Graber, the ball carrier, is going to lose a couple yards.
Initial impact by Calvin McGillis is just a great job by the McBain defense, able to swallow up the defensive line so far. Have been doing a phenomenal job of just swallowing them up and just making it so they can't get anywhere, just like a wall.
It will be 2nd and goal for the Wildcats. Wallace takes a snap, gives it, he throws it over the middle. That is caught for the touchdown. Jacoby White
just did a great job of getting wide open, and just the quarterback threw an absolute Wallace threw an absolute dime to him and able to score the first touchdown of this game for Everett, and that was just a great play. And now, hopefully, the McBain Ramblers their momentum does not lower, because I mean that happened in the game. I mean, because that is just bad. I mean, they're up by several points, but I can just get how a touchdown by the other team could just be detrimental, even if it's not even close to how many points they have.
Evart is going to kick. Wallace, their holder. Number 15, Jordan Wick, their kicker. Snap is off, and the kick is, it is no good. Missed right.
So far, I don't know if it's just the weather, but the kickers have just been not doing, like, both sides kickers have been just like on like extra points or stuff like that. They've just been missing to the left. I mean, I see a lot of times they're missing to the left. I don't know about you, but it's just, hopefully the kickers on both sides can just like get over their a little bit of a kicking or missing depression real quick and able to make some kicks, because they're a kicker, in my opinion, is more important. A good kicker is more important than a good quarterback, because if you have a kicker that can just like, you know what, a good quarterback is better than a good kicker, but I'm just saying kickers are just important to have on the team.
Yeah, if you need the points, they're good to have. The score is 14-6. 7:08 left in the second quarter. McBain is winning.
Isaac Boss in the backfield to receive for the McBain Ramblers and to kick off for the Evart Wildcats.
Number 15, Jordan Wick.
There are 7 minutes and 8 seconds left on the clock, and before we have to go to the before it is halftime, and then the second half starts. So this phenomenal looking game so far.
Jordan Wicky to tee it up for Evart. Number 11, Isaac Boss, the deep man for the Ramblers.
The kick is off. Back deep, received by Ben Rodenbaugh, who's running up the middle, takes it left, cuts back right. He's going, shakes off a tackle, but then is finally taken down by Edmasiu made the tackle, but McBain will have it at the 25, 1st and 10.
Ben Rodenbaugh able to get the kick and just did a good job. I mean, he got to about the same spot that if you were to knee it in the end zone in the NFL, that you'd be at. Just a great job for him just to rush forward and just be able to get a good. But this is just a good position for both teams right now.
T formation for the Ramblers. Isaac Boss, Bryce Acom, and Kelvin McGillis in the backfield. Braylon Pace under center. He takes a snap. He gives it to Isaac, who cuts it left. He has a little bit of room, and he is in the pile, and he is taken down, I think, after a gain of maybe 9 yards.
The ball carrier.
Isaac Boss is just a very good running back, because he got all the credentials. He got a little bit of the height advantage. He got a little bit of the speed advantage. He's just a good running back, because he's not the tallest, but he's not the shortest. He's just a good running back.
It's a sideline warning against the Wildcats.
So the 2nd and 1 for the Ramblers.
That's just a warning, so there's no infraction.
Different formation for the Ramblers. Isaac Boss and Kelvin McGillis in the backfield. Braylon Pace takes a snap. He gives it to Eli. Sorry.
He looks for a block.
He's looking for a block, and he is taken down. He's taken down, but not after gaining 15 yards, I think, on the play.
That play right there by Elijah was just smart. I mean, like he was waiting behind Calvin McGillis, behind the huge man that is Calvin McGillis, waiting for a block. So then once he gets a block, he can just cut real quick up that spot that a block is at, and just able to get a large amount of yards.
Eli Baker is such a fast guy. Hard to take him down once he gets going.
He's like Bryce Acom.
Eli's faster than Bryce, but
yes, yeah. Well, let's just not start controversy right now.
No, we won't start controversy. 2 receivers out to the left. Kelvin McGillis in the backfield with Braylon. But Mr. Maloney calls a timeout. 6:11 left in the second quarter. McBain Ramblers 14, Evart Wildcats 6.
Now, this game so far has just been a very good game. I mean, the McBain backfield, I mean, the T formation, it's like not a very complex type thing, but just the McBain Ramblers are just full of farmer boy strength, that doesn't really even matter because some of these guys have been lifting hay bales, cows, pigs, tractors. Doesn't matter. They've been lifting some stuff because they're a lot of them are farm boys. I'm not saying all of them, just a lot of them. So they're just use their strength to their advantage that they've been gaining since like the age of 5 or something like that.
Braylon Pace under center. Bryce Agan and Eli Baker in the backfield. Kelvin McGillis outright. Braylon Pace, he gives it to, I think that is Eli right up the middle. No, that is Bryce Acom. No, it was Eli. Who was it? I can't see.
That was Bryce Acom.
Bryce Acom with the carry. Gain of maybe a yard.
That play fooled both of us out. I thought Elijah Baker had the ball, but no, Bryce Acom had the ball, and the Everett defense was able just to shut down that run play. They were able to just to close the gaps really quick, and it was just a great play by the Everett defense.
2nd and 9 now for the Ramblers on the 50-yard line, right on the 50. Braylon Pace takes a snap, gives it to Eli along the right side. He's so fast. He just blows past the entire defensive line and is pushed forwards. He's still being pushed. And he was met at about the 42-yard line, but was pushed all the way back to the 40, the 35. First down.
Now, I don't know if I heard it correctly, but I thought I heard someone in the stands having a little bit of language. We are sorry about that. We are not able to control that. But that play right there was just a phenomenal play by the McBain offense. I mean, he ran it out right up the middle. Then a bunch of his buddies was like, "Hey, we should just probably push him." And that just, I mean, at first he was going. I thought he was down, but no, he wasn't down. He was just kept on going. Then I thought, oh, he might have been down right now. No, he's not down at all, and he just kept on going.
1st and 10 for the Ramblers on the 25-yard line. T formation. Braylon Pace gives it to Kelvin McGillis, who runs it right up the middle. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another tackle, and is finally taken down, not after gaining 12 yards in the play. Kelvin McGillis, strong runner, as we have emphasized before.
Just that, Calvin McGillis, just a freight train, and he was able to shed a lot of tackles before he just saw one guy and just said, "Hey, I'm going to put down my shoulder because I haven't done that in a hot second." And he just dropped his shoulder and just trucked the guy and got a couple of yards and was able to get them a first down.
1st and 10 for the Ramblers on the 23-yard line. And Evert jumps off sides, which will move the Ramblers up even farther.
Now, the Everett defense, this has been the second time this game that the Everett defense has... Oh, wait.
Maybe not. No, it is on the Ramblers. Who is it on?
The refs so far are talking about it. And it appears to be an offsides call on the Everett. And now this has been the second flag on the Everett. I mean, at first was the jump play. The second was this one is offsides. I mean, the defense needs to start focusing a little bit. I get it's tensions are high, adrenaline is high, and I know that when you're on adrenaline, it's hard to think sometimes because I get that a lot in football. So they just need to get on their A game.
Now it'll be 1st and 5 for the Ramblers on the 20-yard line. Everett's 20. Braylon Pace takes the snap, gives it to number 11. That would be
number 11,
Jagger
Corliss, the carry, the sophomore.
Jagger Corliss. He is just a small dude. He's just small. On our JV football team, I'm 6'3". He looks like a midget next to me, not to start beef with him, but he's just a small dude, and small guys are just harder to grab because they're just down low, and you have to reach down to grab them.
I believe that Isaac Boss has just put on number 11 because the jersey ripped, but they give it to Kelvin, who's pushing forward, but he's taken down, but I think that was literally the entire Everett offense. But he has gained the first down will be first and goal, I
That's
think.
another Rambler first down.
Yes, that was just a great. It's McBain so far. Just their tensions are high right now, and they got that thrill of the game inside of them right now. So they are getting their past 2 drives have been touchdowns. At least I believe. I'm just kind of hyped up a little bit too, so it's hard for me to remember, but just great drive in general.
Second quarter winding down. I guess not really. Sorry, 2:30 left. I did not see what happened. They gave it to
I think that was number
Eli Baker, the carry.
Eli Baker was able with the carry. Eli Baker was able just to run right up the gut and just able to get a large amount of yards, and just a great play by Eli Baker. And great play by the offensive line too. I haven't credited them in a hot second. I'm sorry for all the McBain offensive linemen. I doubt you guys are going to do anything, but just in case, I'm just don't do anything to me, please. But they did a great job of being able to do the blocking schemes and just helping the running backs to get a lot of the yards.
Second and goal for the Ramblers. T formation. Braylon Pace under center. Takes a snap, but there's a flag. I'm not sure what happened.
I think that might have been that is a timeout by the McBain Ramblers.
Timeout by Ramblers. 1:46 left in the second quarter. Scores 14-6. McBain is winning.
And just so far, it's been a very high tensions game. The McBain Ramblers so far seem to be like they're on a drive. I mean, they're just on a good old drive. And right now the score is currently 14-6. And just the McBain Ramblers have been just doing phenomenal. I mean, everybody on their team has just been doing great. And the senior group that is going to be this is possibly could be their last game. Hopefully it is not, or just look like a very good group of athletes, and they're just giving it their all. Even on Evart, their seniors are giving it all, because this might be the last shot of fame that they get.
The Ramblers will come back onto the field along with the Evart defense. T formation for the Ramblers. Braylon Pace under center. Takes a snap. He gives it to Kelvin McGillis, who pushes through, and he's in for the touchdown. Kelvin McGillis scores with 1:41 left in the second quarter.
Now, a lot of the time when McBain gets on the goal line, they hand it off to old, reliable Kelvin McGillis. He's just a big guy. He's hard to stop because he's just big and strong. I mean, yeah, they just always do it, and it's just a very smart move. And so far, it's paid off for them every single time. Looks like they are going to kick it. Thomas Maloney out to kick. He's missed his past two field goals so far, and hopefully this time he can make them, or make this one.
The snap is off. It is bobbled. Bryce just picks it up, dumps it to Kelvin, who pushes in for the 2-point. I do not think that was on purpose. Bryce Acom fumbled the snap. Heads up play by Bryce. Picked it up, chucked it into Kelvin, and is able to catch it for the accidental 2-point conversion.
Now, I don't believe that was accidental. I believe that was entirely 100% planned, because, I mean, it looked like Calvin McGillis kind of went out there on purpose. If it was, I mean, it couldn't be. I mean, I'm just making up stuff, but it could be a coincidence.
I think Calvin was just happened to be there, and Bryce bobbled it. Heads up play, picked it up, dumped it to Kelvin.
And threw an absolute dime like A-Rod used to Devontae Adams.
We do not talk about Aaron Rodgers here.
You're not my dad. So we were able to, so that was just a great play, and this able to get the 2-point conversion. Now it is McBain Ramblers 22, Evart Wildcats 6.
Kicking for the Ramblers, number 5, Thomas Maloney.
Now, on the sidelines, it looks like number 73, I don't know who that is right now, might be hurt, in which I think 73 is Mac Bontico, in which he's been the best player on the McBain Ramblers in the McBain Ramblers senior group. So hopefully he's able to recover and get back into this game and be able to give it his all.
The kick is off. It is they let it drop, but I think that is Jacoby that picks it up. He's running along the left side. He has room. He's going, and he is met by Bryce Acom, who just pile drives him into the ground. Textbook tackle by Bryce Acom.
Now that tackle right there looked like a WWE move I'd see on Monday Night Raw. If anybody watched that as a child, like I know my favorite wrestler was like Roman Reigns. It just looked like a great it looked like a spear, and then he was just a great tackle in general. It's just a very. Have you watched WWE?
When I was little, yes.
All right, so I don't watch it anymore, but I just remember this stuff.
It was definitely fun to watch, but 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. 1:34 left in the second quarter. He takes the snap. He throws it to Jacoby, but it's overthrown. Incomplete. It'll make it 2nd and 10. Clock is stopped.
That pass was just a very good textbook pass. Again, Evart likes to do a lot of like short like quick passes, and just that one was a little bit overthrown, but still, it's only 1st down, 2nd down right now. So they got at least two more chances to be able to make this catch.
Wallace in the backfield takes a snap, looks left, he throws it, is caught, and they pitch it. But no, they tried to do a hook and ladder just like McBain did their last game. But it is no good. It will be 3rd down. So I'm not sure. He did not get out of bounds, so the clock will stay running. 1 minute and 10 seconds left in the first half.
Jonathan Sikkema on that tackle. Jonathan Sikkema he would just read that like a textbook. He saw that they're going back for a pitch. He's like, I think I'm just going to stand right here and see what happens. And he was able to get the excellent tackle, and he is able to keep him in bounds, which is just, I don't know if that was like on purpose, but it's just a smart play to keep him in bounds because it keeps on running down the clock. And because I think they intended to go out of bounds, but it looks like the refs are. Something is going on with the refs. The refs are going in to discuss, so we will see what they are discussing in a second. It seems as if this is taking a little bit longer. Now we are back to the action.
The crowd is riled up. 3rd and 7 for the Wildcats. Wallace in the backfield. Takes a snap. He looks right. He pump fakes. He throws it. And it is caught by Jacoby White. Only person back is Jacob Dillett. It is tripped up by Caleb Abbott, and Jacoby White scores.
Jacoby White, an old, reliable wide receiver, just a good wide receiver. That was an absolute dot. I mean, it looks like a guy that was covering him tripped a little bit. So then this looked like the Minneapolis Miracle. That's what it reminded me of. The Minneapolis Miracle, if you don't know, is one play that made so in 2019 the Minnesota Vikings go to the NFC Championship. At Stephon Diggs' catch, it was just amazing. But that catch was just a very good move and just a very good juke move. Juke got 2 defenders and able to score a touchdown, bringing McBain's lead closer and closer to being conquered.
The Wildcats will go for 2, trying to shorten the lead to 8. Wallace takes a snap, hands it to Graber, who pitches it to number 7. That is Ladd, who's deep in the backfield, does not have very much room to go. He runs even farther back, but is taken down. He ran, looks like 20 yards back.
I think that was number 55. That was number 55. Caleb Gildy. There was a little bit of a, that reminds me of a lot. When I play Madden, I run in the backfield and I try to do like a crazy juke move. It just reminded me a lot of that. Caleb Gildy was able, I'm sorry for taking a second to find your name. Caleb Gildy was able to get the tackle.
2022-23 school year is a totally redesigned MHSAA website. The address is the same. Just go to the MHSAA.com for all your news.
And now the Evart Wildcats are going to be kicking off to the McBain Ramblers. Back deep, I think that is Caleb Abbott right now. He's wearing a number 11 jersey because he's running with such ferocity and like power that his jersey ripped.
That is Isaac Boss, who switched jerseys.
Yes, and he was running with such ferocity and power that his jersey ripped. I mean, you can't show. There's no other way to flex that you're strong than ripping your jersey.
Jordan Wickey to
Oh,
tee
for
it up
sure.
for Evart.
104 left in the first half. McBain winning 22-12. They need to get the ball quick here, and they need to score fast if they want. Well, I mean, obviously, if they want to score, they got to score fast. Like we said, Isaac Boss back deep to receive, number 15, Wick to kick. The kick is off. It is an onside kick and is recovered by number 7. That's Avery DeRuyter, is able to grab it and fall on it. McBain Ramblers will be at maybe the 53-yard line. 51, sorry. 49. Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry.
You are okay. We all stutter sometimes. Now, the onside kick was a good idea. Great kick. Just bad execution. But the McBain Ramblers were able to cover it, so that benefited them like a lot.
McBain Ramblers with pretty good field position here. 1st and 10 on their 49.
103 left on the clock till it's halftime.
Avery DeRuyter out left. 3 receivers out to the right. Braylon Pace. Kelvin McGillis in motion. And they give it to Kelvin, who cuts it up the middle. He has room. He makes a defender miss. He's still going. And there's a flag thrown on the field. Kelvin McGillis taken down after a gain of 7 or 8.
I think I might know what the flag was on, but I am not going to state it because it might be entirely wrong, and I don't want to say who it's on. Holding offense
on the Ramblers. Was that what you were going to say, Grayson?
Against the Ramblers.
No.
That's a 10-yard penalty from the spot.
It'll be 10-yard penalty. It'll be back. Push them back 10 yards. 57 seconds left in the first quarter. Like we said earlier, 22-12. Ramblers are winning.
The student section for the Evart Wildcats is going crazy and just chanting a lot. I mean, they're just really hyped to be here. Sometimes student sections are just amazing sometimes.
They're very fun to be in. First and what looks like forever for the Ramblers. T formation, Braylon Pace. They give it to Bryce Acom, who I think was taken out of the face mask. They will call face mask. I believe so.
Yes, that is a face mask, and that is just not a good thing for the Evart defense, but it's just a great thing
Something happened.
I think he was running with such power that his helmet broke. We've had just so far the guys are so strong that their equipment is breaking under their power and ferocity. And now, I've personally never been in the student section because I am up here giving this amazing commentary to you, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry about me. I don't want to be there. I don't like being around people.
You are a great commentator, Grayson.
Thank you. You are too.
Thank you. Huge face mask is a huge penalty. It'll make it 1st and 10 for the Ramblers at Everett's 40.
1st and 10 from the Wildcat 40-yard line.
Braylon Pace under center, T formation. Braylon Pace takes a snap, hands it to Kelvin, who's looking for room to run. He cuts it up the middle. He's still going. He's pushing. He's still on his feet, but is finally taken down after a gain of maybe 5 yards. The clock is running. 21 seconds left in the first half. Sorry.
They're doing a hurry-up defense. It appears that McBain Ramblers are doing a hurry-up defense. They might take a knee right here. Yep, they are. They're spiking the ball.
They do not have any more timeouts, so I think they're going to have maybe 1 or 2 more plays, depending on what they do on this next play here. Looking to score before the before the first half ends.
But that one play right there by Calvin Gillis, that just shows how strong he is. I mean, it takes a lot to stop him because he's a freight train. He's literally just a freight train. You can't stop a freight train, or you can't stop a train because, I mean, I don't know how you're supposed to stop a train without taking out the engine, which that's pretty. Okay, we'll get to that. We're talking about football.
I think you could stop a train with another train, but I'm not sure.
That's a really good idea. Might test that sometime.
Okay, 3 receivers out to the left for the Ramblers, 1 out to the right. Braylon Pace in the backfield along with Bryce Acom. Braylon Pace rolls out left. He makes the guy miss, and he's taken down And that will end the first half. The sack by Evart, I think that was number 70.
That'll be the final play of the
Caleb
half.
McKay with the sack. That was the final play of the half. The score is 22-12. Ramblers are winning. Grace, what did you think about that first half?
That first half, phenomenal. Just a great first half. It just at first I thought it was going to be like a little bit of a calm one, but it's just this has just been a very hard first half. I mean, both teams have been punishing themselves like severely, and their equipment, their poor equipment is just getting absolutely murdered. Some of it's already been broken, and just, I mean, the equipment manager is going to have a fun time after these games.
It's been very fun to watch for sure. We will see you after halftime.
Indeed. that first half was just a really big back and forth. McBain though won that first half because they scored the most points and they were in my opinion, the most. It's not just because of from McBain. It's the score is McBain 22 and Evart Wildcats 12. But then the Evart Wildcats, they did a really good job right now. They switched their running backs out, and their running back they switched out has been doing really good so far. I think his number 24 has been just doing a phenomenal job so far.
Graber.
Yeah, Graber just been doing a phenomenal job. But the Evart Wildcats seemed, hopefully during the half, the Evart Wildcats were able to talk it over and just be able to solve the problems that they had in the first half.
Number 5 to kick, Thomas Maloney back deep. I think that is number 3 to Cubby White. Thomas kicks it. It's a boot to number 2. That is Marcel White. He runs it, and he has room. He has a hole. No, he's taken down by number 6, Kelvin McGillis, but not after the return of maybe 27-yard return.
Yes, that run by Marcel White was a really good run. I mean, he was able to cut in. He missed out one tackle, and he was able to just get this is just great field position for the Evart offense.
Preston Wallace in at QB. 24. Tanner Graber, amazing in the second quarter, sorry. Wallace drops back. He takes off, and he is taken down. Hard hit by number 1, Caleb Abbott.
So the McBain defense is so far has been doing phenomenal. Jonathan Sycamore though has been doing a great job being able to get in behind that line, and he's getting really close to sacking the quarterback. But he's just doing a phenomenal job, just cutting right in there, being able to get the things, and also the I think you said Isaac Boss, right?
Yeah. Or Caleb Abbott.
Caleb Abbott did a great job doing the tackle.
Wallace drops back. Never mind. He gives it to Graber, who runs it, breaks the tackle. He has open field and is taken down by, I'm not sure who made the initial hit, but there's a flag thrown on the field.
I think the flag might be late hit. I don't know, but just from up here, I thought I saw somebody get hit way after the whistle got blown. Unnecessary roughness, I believe.
On the Ramblers.
I thought they said on both sides. But unnecessary roughness on the Ramblers, and just that is just
on the Ramblers.
So that'll add on 15 yards after the Graber first.
That is just not one thing that you don't want to do. Like, one thing on the football field is you want to get like angry and stuff like that, but you got to learn how to control that anger. It's like one problem I suffered from when I played football is that exact thing. I didn't get unnecessary roughness, but it's just hard to control your anger.
Wallace in the backfield. Graber with him. Wallace takes the snap. He looks downfield. He throws a short pass to, I think that was Marcel White, who was met, I think, like 2 yards past the line of scrimmage.
The Evart Wildcats have been just doing really good in that short little pass. They just like doing the quick pass because it doesn't really give the time for the defense to adjust to it. It's just like it's a quick one. It's just like a boo, or just something like that.
They've been doing a lot of short passes this game.
Mm-hmm.
2nd and 7 for the Wildcats. Same formation. Wallace takes the snap. He gives it to Graber. He runs it up the middle, and it breaks a tackle, but is finally taken down. That was
Graber, the ball carrier.
I think.
A gain of 3 yards. Make it 4 yards.
I'm not sure who made the tackle. Could have been Johnny Sycamore. I did not get to see.
Just a great job by the McBain defense, able to just to get the tackles and just able to stop them because the defensive line has been doing a phenomenal job this year, and it just keeps on getting better and better each game.
3rd and 2 for the Wildcats on the 25-yard line. McBain's 25. Wallace. Number 3, that is Jacoby in motion. Wallace decides to keep it up the middle, and he is met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Hit made by Johnny Sycamore.
just short of
Jonathan
the first
Sycamore, the
down marker.
freshman, still making a great first varsity debut because he got moved up right to varsity. This is his first year in high school football, and he just got moved straight up to varsity, and he deserves it. He deserves it a lot.
The Wildcats face a 4th down and 1.
Fourth down, and the Evart Wildcats are assigned to go for it.
If McBain stops him here, it'll be a really big stop. Wallace. Jacoby in motion. While 6 snap. Tries to keep it, throws it to Jacoby, who is able to get the first down and more. Can he get the touchdown? And he is in for the touchdown. That is Jacoby White.
Jacoby White, again, using his speed to his advantage. He's able just to get a lot of, he's just fast, and it's hard to get him. I mean, he's just a naturally, just by what I've seen, he's just a naturally born athlete. Like some people are just born with that ability just to be good at sports.
Yeah, Wildcats were looking to get the first down, but
but instead they got a touchdown. They got more than what they asked for.
They're not going to be mad with that either. They are going to kick it. Wallace, the holder, Wick, the kicker. Wallace takes a snap. The kick is off, and it seems to be no good. Right.
Jordan Wickey's kick is no good.
The kick is no good, and so far, I think have any of the kickers made their kick so far?
I'm not sure.
I don't know either, but so far it appears as if the kickers are having a little bit of trouble making on both sides of the teams, and it just seems like some of them have been slacking off a little bit. And now the score is 18-22, Evart 18, McBain 22, and there was 8 minutes and 44 seconds left in this game. This game is getting really close to the wire. I think McBain, after some of the touchdown drives, they might be losing a little bit morale, but that's just one thing that you don't want to lose in a game of sport, because if you lose your morale, you lose your passion, and you lose your drive to be able to win a game.
Very true. Momentum, morale, all very important things that you can't really teach. Something that you got to have. But back deep for the Ramblers, Isaac Boss kick to kick for Evart, number 15. That is Jordan Wick. Wick to kick. And the kick is off.
It's a short one.
Fielded, is fumbled, picked up by Isaac, who is just... He is able to stay on his feet, but he's taken down by... That is legitimately the entire Evart kick team.
Takes the kick up to the 30-yard
Yeah, they're able to get... There was a little bit of fumble on the play because it was a short kick, and it's just a little bit hard to get some of those shorter kicks. But it just seems like there's a little bit of a fumble, and they're in great field position. I mean, they're on the 30-yard line, so it's a pretty good spot to be at.
1st and 10 for the Ramblers on their 32-yard line. Braylon Pace under center, T formation. Braylon takes a snap. He gives it to Eli Baker, who runs it right. He makes a couple people miss, but he's finally taken down after maybe a gain of 2 yards, 2 or 3 yards.
The offensive line has been doing a phenomenal job this entire game, because how you're able to run the ball is an offensive line. Because if you have a good offensive line, then you're able to get the ball a long ways, and it's just you need a good offensive line. But that run by Elijah Baker was very, very good.
After the 5-yard gain, it will be 2nd and 5 on the 35-yard line. Ramblers 35. Same formation. Braylon Pace under center. Takes a snap. He gives it to Kelvin, who runs up the middle but gets tripped up and is taken down after he still gained about maybe 3 yards on the play.
Picks up 4 yards.
4 yards.
Yes, a good little run by Calvin McGillis, just able to get a lot of short yards just because of his size and speed. I've already said this a lot of times during the season, but he's just a good running back because he's built like a train.
3rd and 1 for the Ramblers. See if they can convert here on 3rd down. Braylon Pace under center. He gives it to Eli, who is stopped, met at the line of scrimmage, but bumps it outside, but then is taken down for a loss. It'll make it 4th and probably 3 or 2.
A short gain on the play.
Sorry, it was not a loss. It was a very short gain. It'll make it 4th and inches, it looks like. No, the chains are being moved. 1st down.
The chain game. It's always a great thing to do because if they're not sure, they can just bring out the chain game, and then this time, if it's like really close, they got the 1st down this time, and it's just the chain game is so important.
For the multiple times, football is a game of inches. Braylon Pace under center. He gives it to, I'm not sure. I think that was
Bryce
Acom, the ball carrier. Gain of 2 yards.
That play by the Evart defense just did a great job. They just swallowed up all the holes that could have possibly been right there for the running backs to run through, and just did a phenomenal job. That Evart defense just did a great job of swallowing up those holes.
2nd and 8 for the Ramblers on their own 43-yard line. Braylon Pace takes a snap. He hands it to, it's a pass, sorry. Ooh, but it falls through Avery's hands, maybe a little bit high.
That was a great pass by Braylon Pace. It was a little bit too high, and he was unable to reach up that high to be able to grab it. But still, just a great job by the Evart defense. They were able to put a little bit of pressure on Braylon Pace, causing him to throw it a little bit inaccurate, and just a great job by the backers, able to shut him down and prevent him from getting that ball.
Now, different formation, 2 backs in the backfield. That is Isaac and Bryce. Kelvin McGillis out to the right. Braylon Pace takes the snap. He looks right for Kelvin. He throws it deep to Avery. That was to Kelvin, but it was overthrown a little bit. That will make it 4th down.
Now, this is not good at all for the McBain Ramblers. I mean, just this being in this position, if you're throwing the ball, you might be it's just, I feel like the pressure is going onto them because the game is getting closer and closer and closer, and that's just the number one thing that it seems as if they might punt it because they are punting it. They're bringing out their punter, Carson Murphy.
Back deep for the Wildcats. I think that is number 2, Marcel White. Number 3, Jacoby White. Carson Murphy takes a snap. It's a very high punt.
And there is a flag on the field.
I'm not sure what happened. Did you see anything, Grayson?
I don't know if it might have been on the, because I saw Carson Murphy fall down, and I know it's illegal to hit the punter, I think it is.
Yeah, late hit on the punter.
But let's just wait and see.
If it is a late hit on the punter, I believe it'll make that McBain 1st down.
Now some of the crowd is suggesting what they might think it might be, but we cannot tell right now because the refs haven't announced it.
Refs are disputing the call.
Now, refereeing is one of the most stressful jobs in football because, I mean, there's a lot of
sport, really.
Yeah, any sport. I mean, it's stressful because there's several things going on, and some people are just not patient. I mean, it is kind of weird if there's a 10-minute break between a flag, but just it's not. It's a very hard job.
Personal foul on Evart. That will.
I think it might have been hitting illegal, hitting the punter.
Roughing the punter.
Yeah, roughing the punter. illegal contact on Evart.
He calls a personal foul against Evart.
Personal foul on Evart.
That is going to be a first down, I believe, for the McBain Ramblers, if I'm correct.
That is a tough penalty to have if you're the Evart Bobcats. Did all that work? No, never mind. That it will be Everett's ball. It'll just move them back.
Yes, I don't really fully know the high school rules that much, but usually in the NFL it would be like the team that had the flag on them when they did the punt is going to get the ball back.
Coach Maloney talking to the ref, and there's a flag. Probably delay of game on the Ramblers.
Things are getting very heated here, as you can see. Now, this is playoff tension. I've never seen this happen in the regular season. This is playoff tension right here.
Playoff atmosphere. The crowd is very into this game.
But
now, as much as I love a good dispute, I am very cold.
Oh yes, it is very cold. I mean, I have like a sweatshirt on, a jersey on, and a coat on. So I am pretty good. I mean, you have a coat, but you're using it as to cover your feet because you decide to wear shorts.
Don't make fun of me.
I'm not making fun of you.
You literally are.
No, I'm not. Do you need me to write you a 2-paragraph essay?
Maybe.
All right. Now it seems
Coach
as
Maloney
if
still talking to the refs. We do not know what is going on.
No, we do not. But the thing about this is that it does give the players a little bit of breathing time. I mean, it's always good to have like the blood flowing because like when you get that blood flowing, you get that energy and adrenaline is just like it's not a thing that lasts a long time. Because it's just not a thing that lasts a long time. In my personal experiences of playing football, I just get adrenaline rushes, and then when I'm taken out, it's just gone immediately.
You get kind of chilly on the sideline.
It does. Well, I don't get chilly because I'm smart and I wear socks as armbands. Don't ask why, but I just do. It's just a thing I do, so I don't get cold really. Also, I'm a Green Bay fan, so I don't get cold.
Yeah, well, you literally live in Michigan, so being a Green Bay fan doesn't do anything else.
Yes, it does.
I'm sorry, that was mean. Anyway, it does look like we are going to play football. Preston Wallace, the quarterback. Graber to his right. Wallace takes a snap. He gives it to... No, he does not give it to Graber. But he does get the pass off. Number 7, that is Ladd. Taken down by Caleb Abbott. Wallace was getting hit as he threw it, but Ladd was able to get the ball and get yards. It will make it 2nd and 3 or 4.
It did look like a little bit of a low pass, but he was able to catch it, and then he was able to get a couple of yards of it. Just a great play by the Evart offense.
Same formation here. 2 receivers on each side. Graber in the backfield. Jacoby White in motion. Chris Wallace takes a snap. He looks for the pass. He throws it kind of deep.
And then Jacoby White.
That is Ladd with the catch. He is going. He is going. And it will be a touchdown. That is Jake Ladd, the touchdown. The perfectly placed ball by Preston Wallace, able to beat the Rambler defense for the touchdown.
64 yards on the pitch and kick.
And now this might be the momentum changer.
The turning point in the game.
The turning point. Now this is giving me flashbacks to the Lake City game.
We do not talk about that. I'm just kidding. You talk about it.
If Peyton was here, I'd be talking about the 28-3, but he's not here. So yeah, this might be a momentum changer, and then it's just very sad to see this happen.
To kick is Wick. The kick is off, and it is
no good.
to the right. I don't know why people are trying to dispute the call because the refs are literally right there, but kick is still no good.
The kickers today have been just on kickoffs, phenomenal job, but on like extra points, no.
The Wildcats are leading 24-22. Ramblers need to pick up the pace.
This is the thing about it, is that when you're in this situation, you gotta learn that, hey, we are down, but that does not mean we are done. We are not out of the fight. And that is a lot of things I see that happens with these teams when they break down. It's because they were having a great drive, but then all of a sudden they lose the lead by like 1 point, and then all of a sudden it just goes boom, bam. It's like a bomb, and that just gets destroyed. And it's just sad to see, because some people are like still, yeah, we're in this fight, and just other people are like, no, we're not anymore. And it's just very sad to see. I'm hoping that the McBain Ramblers are going to be able to make a comeback and not lose all their momentum, so that this game could still become an amazing game that it's been so far.
The Ramblers need to get it together if they want to win this game.
Great
first half. And now, I guess it hasn't really been a bad second half yet. But the Ramblers can score here. They'll get a lot of momentum back on their side.
Boss, the deep man for the Ramblers.
But yeah.
Boss back deep for the Ramblers. Kicking is number 15, Jordan Wick.
Now, what I want to see right here is a big hit by one of the sides, because there has not been a big hit since the Calvin McGillis hit, like all the way back in the first quarter.
That was pretty cool.
I just want to hear plastic hitting plastic.
The kick is off. It is kicked right to Ben Rodenbaugh, who lets it go past him. And it's picked up by Isaac Voss, who runs it off the right side but is pulled out of bounds.
Looks like there was a little bit miscommunication for the past two kickoffs. There's been a little bit miscommunication between Isaac Voss and Ben Rodenbaugh.
It's been kind of in the middle between them.
Yeah, it's been kind of like in the middle, which I think they're planning on doing that so they can cause some miscommunication and just a little bit of struggle right there, which that's a good game plan, but too it's just
Ramblers way back deep in their own territory. I guess not way back deep, but
yeah,
they're at their own 21-yard line, 1st and 10. I think the Ramblers are going to want a big play here to get some momentum back. And it looks like that's what they're doing.
It looks like they're planning on doing a pass.
Two receivers on each side. Bryce Akram in the backfield to block. Kelvin McGillis in motion. They hand it to Kelvin, who runs it up the middle, runs someone over, and then is taken down. But I think he gained a couple yards on the play.
Takes the handoff, picks up 2 yards.
Picks up 2 yards, which it looked like they were going to do a pass play, but no, they said, psych, I'm doing a run play. And that run play, it wasn't really the most effective run play, but still, it gets the job done, and just a great job by the McBain Ramblers offense and defense. That defense, the Evart defense, just preventing them from getting a large amount of yards. Just good work on both sides.
Same formation for the Ramblers. Braylon Pace in the backfield with Bryce Akam. Eli Baker in motion. They give it to Eli. He's running up the right side. He breaks a couple tackles. He's still going, and I think he got the first down. I am not 100% sure. As number 24, Eli Baker, the carry, pushed out of bounds by a couple of Wildcats, and it is a first down.
And that is a first down. I mean, Elijah Baker has been just having a phenomenal game so far, and it's just he's still in this fight. He still sees that they're in this fight, and he's still playing the best hit football that he can play.
Ramblers now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Sorry, 35-yard line. 30-yard line. Oh, my goodness. Sorry. Braylon Pace, T formation. Braylon hands it to Calvin McGillis. He runs up the left side, runs someone over, and gains maybe 2 or 3 yards on the play.
And throughout this game, there's been signs of good sportsmanship. Both sides helping each other up. That's just always great to see. Because good sportsmanship just shows that you respect one another, and just respect is the #1 thing you want in sports.
Sorry, it was way bigger than I thought. 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5. T formation, Braylon Pace under center. Braylon Pace, he takes a step. He gives it to Bryce Akam right up the middle, who is instantly taken down at the line of scrimmage. We'll make it 3rd and 5.
Yes, that is the Evart defense did a great job of just swallowing up those holes and able to get just a good, just being able to stop the run game, which it's just a great play by the defense. Ladies and gentlemen, it is cold out here. I mean, I'm wearing like 3 sweatshirts and it is still freezing cold for me.
I'm A-OK. 2:50 left in the third quarter. Wheeling pace under center. Different formation, 2 backs in the backfield. It's a pass. They throw it deep to Carson Murphy.
Carson Murphy catches it!
Carson Murphy!
And he's still going. Oh, well.
And he's taken down. Sorry, I got a little loud there, but great catch by Carson. Perfectly placed ball by Braylon Pace. Couldn't have put that in there any better if you went up there and handed it to him. Carson Murphy doesn't usually catch very much, but did this time. Brings it in. Huge gain for the Ramblers.
Carson Murphy is fast, and he's also pretty big. So once he catches the ball, you got to deal with the problem with him getting him down, because he's just a perfect tight end. He's big, like an offensive lineman, but then he's fast and just strong like a tight end.
Let's hope the Ramblers don't put this that huge play to waste. Let's hope they score here. Braylon Pace under center. 3 backs in the backfield. They give it to Kelvin up the middle.
And he has attempted to get tackled, but yet again you can't. I mean, you go for the legs, it still doesn't work.
Gain of 2 or 3 on the play. They make it 2nd and 7.
The great job by the Evart defense. I think that was number 74 or 75. Joshua Beards with the tackle there. Just a great job by him. He was able to get in there and get the tackle. If that wasn't who got the tackle, whoever got the tackle, you did a great job.
2 backs in the backfield. Kelvin McGillis to the right off the right side. Braylon Pace under center.
Seems as if there was an infraction of the neutral zone or jump by the Evart Wildcats.
Will move McBain up 5 yards, make it 2nd and 3. 2nd and 2, something like that.
The Evart defense so far has been doing a good job. I mean, after that one giant play, but so far it looks like they've been doing a really good job. Sorry for that yelling.
2 backs in the backfield. Braylon hands it to Eli, who is trying to go forward. Breaks away! Oh, but they blow the whistle dead.
Oh, that play, that was they swarmed in there like really quick. They were able to get at him. At first, if they didn't, I thought before they blew the whistle, he was able to break free and would have ran that in for a touchdown, which if he did, that'd be on his highlight for like the rest of his life, and he could show his kids, hey, I broke out at 15 dudes trying to tackle me at once.
That will make it 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4. There's about 20 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, or then we'll get to the witching hour.
2 receivers on each side. Kelvin McGillis falls in motion. Braylon just takes it and runs it up the middle himself. I do not believe he got it, but he is very close. Don't make it 4th down. Kelvin McGillis stumbled when he was in motion. I believe it was supposed to go to him.
And I believe that the McBain Ramblers will run out the clock for the 3rd quarter, and then we will get to the most vital 4th quarter football. The tensions are high, the blood is flowing, and there's going to be one winner. It's either
2-point game. Crowd's into it. Players are into it.
This quarter decides who goes home and who moves on to play the next game. This quarter could be the last stand for the seniors this year of both sides. So this quarter, the seniors are going to be giving it their all. The juniors are going to be giving it their all. Every single grade that's participating in this game will give it their all, because this might be the only chance that they get to this point at the playoffs. Who knows? We do not know how the future's going to come. Some of these teams might just drastically downfall, but I don't know. But if this is the last shot that these 2 teams have to make it farther into the playoffs.
This is one of the biggest downs of the game. 4th and 2, 4th and 3 for the Ramblers.
Now, what do you think they're going to do, the McBain Ramblers?
I think they're going to go for it. I think they're going to run it up the gut with either Bryce or Kelvin.
Personally, I feel like they're going to hand it off to Calvin McGillis because he's just big.
He's a strong dude.
And it's just a strong dude. I mean, he just needs to grab the ball, wrap it with both his hands, drop his shoulder, and just run forward and just he'll get the first down. Looks like they got a bunch of their big guys out there on the offensive line.
That's a huge offensive line.
So I think Calvin McGillis is there. I think they might hand it off to either Elijah Baker or Bryce Acom. This decides whether or not they score.
They're on their own. It's a pass. He throws it to Carson. Ooh, but it's very overthrown. It will be Evart ball.
That play right there. I mean, it's questionable. I'm not going to say that they did a terrible job, but it's questionable.
Slightly overthrown by Braylon. In a parallel universe, maybe.
They handed out the freight train and just ran it, or Quadzilla, or...
Who knows?
Who knows?
We aren't the coaches. We probably would have made a worse call.
Yes, because judging by how I play Madden, I think that I would have called a lot more worse of a call. But now the McBain Ramblers defense will come out.
Will be Evart on offense. Wallace in the backfield. Takes the snap, throws it deep, and it is caught. That is number 11, Lucas Johnson.
It seems as if there was some confusion on that play, but then it was just, I think some people thought there was an offsides, but no, it was not. And it just looks like that that was a very... I don't know. I feel like McBain right now is losing their morale. They don't really look that motivated out there.
They need to get more motivated. Number 7 in motion. Wallace takes the snap. He gives it to number 24, Graber.
Oh, and Calvin McGillis, and he breaks another tackle.
Breaks another, but is finally taken down by
Mac Bonico.
Mac Bonico and Isaac Voss.
Just the number one thing you are taught when you start football is how to wrap up. And wrapping up is one of the most important things in football. And it's just a thing that you need to know how to do it because it's just an important thing to do because wrapping up means that you're secured the kill and you're able to get the tackle. 2nd and 3
on Everett's 47-yard line, 48, 49. Nope, sorry. 44. I'm counting down, but it's fine. Wallace takes a snap. He takes himself up the middle and he breaks one tackle, but Mac
Bonico
takes him down.
We said that both at the same time. That was kind of synced. But Mac Bonico came out of nowhere and said, I said, you shall not pass.
That's a good saying. That's a good quote. That was a good use of the quote there. It'll be 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2 on the 45-yard line. Everett's 45. 2 receivers on each side. Wallace in the backfield with Graber. Wallace, the quarterback. Wallace takes the snap. Rolls out right as a pass. He's looking. Being chased by Johnny. Throws it deep.
Oh!
It is caught. But there's a flag on the field.
There is a flag on the field. So first of all.
That was an amazing catch.
First of all, that man just mossed a dude, which that is the most embarrassing thing that could happen to some player. So that is wait. And it looks like on the sidelines, there might be some taunting.
Yeah, some sort of penalty.
But we'll have to wait and see. The refs are coming to the circle to talk about it, and it is on McBain.
It'll be on
wow.
McBain. So they declined the penalty, obviously, to keep the huge game. I forgot who made the pass. I think it was number 11, Lucas Johnson, who made the catch. I could be mistaken.
Now, I see something on the sideline that is scarier than death itself.
What?
I saw Mac Bonico become angry, and now I am. That cannot be a good sign for the Evart.
Wallace Number 7, Ladd in motion. Wallace takes the snap. Hands it off to Graber up the middle. Beats one defender, beats another. He has room. He's taken down by Caleb Abbott, but not after gaining a good amount of yards. McBain needs to step it up. Evart is marching down the field.
Evart is just exploded with a morale, and just this is a final quarter. McBain it seems like they're losing morale, but they need to step their game up if they want to win this game, if they want to make it farther.
Same formation. Wallace takes a snap. He
chucks it, and it is.
I think
it is a dead ball.
They called the play dead. But if it wasn't, Ben Rodenbaugh would have picked that up, I think.
Mac Bonico is going out onto the field.
They do. It is on the offense false start, which will move the Evart Wildcats back.
Replay first down. It'll be.
Now, on the sidelines, I saw Mac Bonico very angry, like super angry. And now I know anger in football is the most terrifying thing of all time, and anger can lead to a boost in strength if you're uncontrollable anger, and boost in energy. So if I was the Evart line, I'd be shivering my timbers right now.
It is 1st and 15. Evart has the ball on this McBain's 20-yard line. Wallace takes a snap. It's a pass, screen pass, but it is dropped. Intended for number 3, Jacoby White. We'll make it 2nd and 15.
Now it looks like the refs are talking about something, or the ball is being placed down. So far, this game has been very, very entertaining. I mean, the score right now is the Wildcats are in lead 24-22, and it's been a very entertaining game.
It has. It definitely has. 2nd and 15, Wallace. Wallace takes a snap. He looks right. He hands it to Graber, who is wrapped up by, that is numbered
62. Number 62.
Judah Leonard with the tackle.
Judah Leonard, just a great job. He did the number one thing you learn in football is wrapping up. That's just a important thing. Once you have a hold on him, it's cold, so your fingers are going to hurt, but you just hold on. You just hold on. I mean, your brain's going to instinctively tell you, let go, but no, you got to hold on.
That was a tackle for a loss. It would be 3rd and 15, 3rd and 16, something like that. Wallace. Number 24 in motion. Wallace takes a snap. He looks. It's deep. It is almost picked off by Isaac Boss, but he is able to force the incompletion. I think that'll force 4th down. Isaac Boss. He may not have been able to pick it off, but that is a tough ball to catch. But he was at least able to bat it down and not let Evart score there.
Isaac Boss is right now, in my opinion, is one of the best cornerbacks that the McBain Ramblers have. And him against one of the White brothers it's just always a show, because they're both the White brothers are just very athletic individuals and look like they're very athletically gifted and talented. And just that right there was a great matchup.
The Wildcats will come out to go for it. This is a crucial play for both teams. Evart could maybe put it out of reach. Wallace drops back. He throws it deep. It is dropped. No good. It will be McBain ball. Turnover on downs. I do not see any flags on the field.
All right. Now, this could be the momentum changer for McBain, because it looked like at the end they had a boost of energy. And it looks like now they realize that this game is not over and they should keep on trying. They're right now, since their backfield at the beginning of the season, in my opinion, they were not really the best. And mostly it was the defensive line. But now, recently, throughout the year, the backfield, or like the linebackers, the cornerbacks, the safeties, they look like they've been improving very much on the way that they do their jobs, and just the way they just been doing a great job.
One back in the backfield, that's Kelvin McGillis, Braylon Pace in shotgun, 2 receivers up the right, Eli Baker in motion. They give it to Eli, who runs up the left side. There's a little hesitation, but is taken down. I think he gets back to the line of scrimmage. If not, gains maybe a yard.
He does gain at least a yard or so, which is a good play. But the Evart defense right there did a great job of just getting in there. I mean, I saw the backers. The number one job is defensive lines to open up holes for the backers to run down and be able to get the running back. It's just a number one thing you want to do. I mean, the defensive line want to do everything, but the linebackers are mostly the stuff that just get the job done.
Same formation, except Isaac Boss is in the backfield this time. Eli Baker and Kelvin Gales outright. Bryce Acom in motion. Brandon Pace rolls out. He looks. He throws a dart to Eli, who is hit hard in midair to force the incompletion. Good job. I don't know who made the hit.
I think it might have been numbers.
That was a tough ball to hold on to for Eli. I don't know many people who can hang on to that ball.
I'm sorry that we did not really, it happened so quick we were not able to see the backers that did it, but they just did a great job of breaking up the pass. I mean, they hit him in the air. At first, I was kind of worried, will it be like a pass interference call? But no, it was not a pass interference because he clearly was touching the ball before he got hit. But that's just a great way to just stop a pass game. It's just to hit the wide receiver like at the perfect time to make a fumble ball. It's just a great thing to do.
Timeout, I think, by McBain. Talk it over. Again, they need to get the first either here or on. They need to get the first here because they're gonna punt if they don't get it here.
Because they just have to get it here because it just means everything right now. Because I mean, it's third down. It's 3rd and 8 yards to go. This is a pivotal moment if they want to continue their drive. If they make this, they have the possibility to run out the clock, submit by a lot, and possibly make this game shorter.
What do you think they'll do here? Do you think they'll go for the pass or go for like a sweep play like they've been doing a little bit?
They might go for a pass, but I don't know. Coach Maloney always has a trick up his sleeve and might do something that nobody would expect him to do, and it works. But I mostly think they're going to go out for a pass because they got a lot of guys out there that I know are tall and that can catch.
Yeah, they bring Ben Rodoval in, who is a tall and fast player.
Your team is coached by Miss Taylor Bryant and Miss Connie Boyd.
Two receivers out to the right, one out to the left. Eli Baker in motion. Braylon Pace takes a snap. He rolls out right. He looks. He throws it. It is blocked. It's fumble. Turnover. They fumble it. Evart ball. They have great field position.
Oh, no. Oh, no,
fumble recovered by number 17, Jackson Craven. Huge recovery by him.
Do you know what that play reminded me of?
No.
It reminded me of in the Super Bowl 50. It is officially a fumble, and I think they will recover. They are going to say it was a fumble. They are going to say it is a fumble. But that play reminds me of in Super Bowl 50, Von Miller went up behind Cam Newton while Cam Newton was getting ready to pass it, and he made the first. Yes, that reminds me of that play a lot.
Okay, Wallace. Kraber to his right. Wallace takes a snap. He hands it to Kraber up the middle, who has room. He has big gain. Not big gain, but a good gain.
I think
taken down by...
I think it's Mac Bonico?
Yeah, I believe you're right. Mac Bonico. Or Judah Leonard with the tackle. Either one of those guys.
Number 62, Judah Leonard on the stop for the Ramblers.
Judah Leonard was on the stop for that. Just a great play by Judah Leonard, able to get in there and get the tackle to prevent a gain of yards.
Same formation. Wallace. He takes a snap. He gives it to Graber, who breaks free, and it is a first down, I believe. Yep, first down on the field.
This Evart.
There is an injury, though. That is Kraber.
Uh-oh.
That is not what you want to see.
No, that is not what you want to see at all. It looks like there is an injury. He is on the ground. It looks like it might be his leg, but just injuries are the unfortunate side of sports. It's just the side of sports that you don't want to see. I mean, sports are fun and stuff like that, but once someone gets hurt, it could either ruin your career. It could either ruin your career or you're just like you're in playing time, or it might even take you out with your rest of your season. Like for a senior to get injured at the beginning of the year, for it to be detrimental, that hits them hard because this football might be the only sport that they like really play, or like let's just say,
or it could stop them from playing other sports.
It could
too.
stop them from playing other sports, and it's just injuries are just such a terrible thing about sports, but they happen, and there's nothing we can do to stop some of them.
Yeah, we will see you after the injury timeout. And he is able to walk off the field, which is always a good sign.
Yes, it is always a good sign to be able to say someone walk off the field. I mean, it might mean that they're out for a little bit, but depending on the injury, it looks like he is walking stably and able to walk by himself, so he might be back in this game after a little bit.
First and 10 for the Wildcats. 6:08 left in the fourth quarter. The score is 24-22. Wildcats are winning.
They are indeed winning, and it's a very close game so far. If McBain gets the ball and makes some phenomenal plays, then they might be able to come home with a win.
McBain looking for a stop. They need it here. If not, Evart could put this game away with a field goal or a two-point conversion.
But again, once we hit the 5-minute mark, we're in the witching hour. If anyone knows what that is, then you know what I'm talking about.
Wallace. Number 3, Jacoby White. Wallace takes a snap. Gives it. There's a pass. And it is caught. I think that is caught for the touchdown. It is a touchdown. Wildcat. Great throw. Low pass. Right in the spot where he needed to grab it for the Cats. That will increase their lead to 8. If the Wildcats can convert here on either a 1-point or 2-point conversion, it'll make the game a 2-score game.
Yes, it will. And now this is pivotal. I mean, the one thing I just don't want to see is I just don't want to see people give it up, because in my opinion, I hate it when people give up, because I don't know. I don't want to start going up on a rant, but right now it feels like the McBain Ramblers are giving up, and that's not the thing that you want to do. Giving up is not the number. You should never give up, just like people say.
As we said, this is a very fun game to be a part of. These close games are always fun to watch, and it will be Wick to kick. Wallace, his holder. Wallace takes a snap. Kick is off, and it looks to be good. It is good. That will increase the lead to 9.
The first complete kick of the night, and now McBain is in a sticky situation. They have to score 2 touchdowns.
They need to score fast.
But the number one thing is that I've always been told to never give up. I mean, my grandpa told me it doesn't matter where you started, it matters where you ends. At the beginning of this game, McBain started at a phenomenal job. They played amazing. And now towards the end, it looks like they're just not really having the same energy. I mean, I see people walking. I see people just not really looking like they're giving any effort, and that's just what makes me frustrated sometimes about some games, is that when people give up, when the game is fully in their hands to be able to win, it is just not the brightest.
Register today at MHSAA.com.
Ramblers need to lock in here. Need to get the energy up somehow. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they need to do it some way. 5:55 left in the fourth quarter. Wildcats 31, Ramblers 22. Back deep, Isaac Boss. Jordan Wick is to kick for the Wildcats. As we said, Isaac Boss back deep. The kick is off. It is to Ben Rodenball, who fields it. He's taking it. He makes one guy miss, cuts it up the middle, and is taken down.
He's still going.
But then is taken down by a bunch of Wildcats, pack of them. if you will.
A pack of wild cats.
It rhymes, kind of.
It does rhyme. So the score is 31-22. McBain Ramblers have to score a touchdown or two, if I'm doing this correct.
Yes, 2 touchdowns.
All right.
Or they can get a touchdown in the field goal, but they need 2 scores.
They need 2 scores to be in the lead. Now, the McBain offense has to get on a roll. They're probably going to start passing the ball a lot more. I mean, it's 5 minutes, but again, 5 minutes means it's the start of the witching hour where wins become losses and losses become wins.
This is the best part of football right here. Braylon Pace in the backfield. Bryce Aiken blocking. Kelvin McGillis, Ben Rodman out to the right. Isaac Boss and Eli Baker out to the left. He looks right. It's a short pass, but Kelvin is not looking, and it is incomplete. It was behind him. Maybe slipped out of his hand a little bit.
Just that is the number one thing with a quarterback is that I get the guys are like 300-pound gorillas are literally running at you.
Like my hands are cold. I can't imagine how cold his hands are.
Yes, but it's gonna be hard with the cold. But just if you want to be an elite quarterback, you got to be able to work around that. And just number one thing is to have like hand warmers or like that one thing that you put your hands in. But I know not everybody has that.
2nd and 10 at the McBain about 40-yard line. Braylon Pace back at quarterback. Bryce Aiken outright. Calvin McGillis blocking. Eli Baker in motion, but there's a flag on the field. It will be delay of game, I believe.
Now, this is... The McBain Ramblers so far have been just like, towards the end, ever since that touchdown, I feel like their momentum and their energy has gone down tremendously. They need a big play to boost that energy and possibly just make a comeback. They just need to do something to make it so that they can get their energy back.
They need a big play. I think one big play is all they need to turn this game around.
That's all they need to turn this game around is one big play.
Bryce taking out to the right, Eli and Isaac out to the left. Eli in motion. They give it to Kelvin up the middle, who breaks through. He's still going. He is still going.
Calvin McGillis is not going to stop.
Calvin McGillis.
And he's still going.
The pile is being pushed. And he's finally taken down, but not after the huge gain of 20 yards. Calvin McGillis said he does not want to lose. He wants to win this game.
Calvin McGillis, he might have put a lot of anger behind each one of those steps because, again, anger just increases the blood flow, increases your strength, and just does a lot of stuff. And just that run right there, he did not stop pumping his feet, and he was just moving. He was just a train.
That might have been the big play they needed to spark a comeback.
That could have been the big play they needed, and now it is the 4-minute mark.
T formation. Braylon Pace under center. He hands it. He's a
Goes out the pass. He's passing it down to Calvin McGillis. Calvin McGillis catches it.
And gets out of bounds, which will stop the clock. Huge for McBain. The last 2 plays have been on a row. Calvin McGillis and Braylon Pace both have been doing great.
Yes, Calvin McGillis is showing up and being a leader in this spot, showing that even though we are losing, even though that we are down, we can still do this. He has been playing for these past 2 plays. He's been doing phenomenal. He's coming in with the clutch.
The clutch gene. Not many players have it, but Kelvin sure does. Okay, we got Eli, Isaac out left. We got Kelvin McGillis blocking. Eli Baker in motion. They give it to Eli. Kelvin McGillis is
Calvin McGillis to block, and then he gets
nice block, and Eli is pushed out of bounds, gaining. I'm not sure how many yards he gained.
I think he gained a lot of yards, but now I'm starting to see that the McBain Ramblers are starting to run towards the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds because that's basically just a free timeout.
Yes, it is. Stop the clock. Ramblers, they need to score here, though. They cannot leave too much time on the clock.
They have to score right here.
Just run it off.
They have to bring out they have to bring out all their farm boy strength to be able to, and just use it all effectively.
They do. Isaac Boss out left. Eli Baker right. Bryce Aiken and Kelvin McGillis. There's some confusion, but they do figure it out. Eli Baker in motion. They take the snap. They give it to Calvin.
Calvin McGillis is not going to stop.
But he is taken down. But I think he gained a couple yards there.
Oh, Calvin McGillis, he hit the ground a little bit. He might be a little bit angry. Yeah, anger is just a thing that can sometimes make miracles happen in sports and sometimes make terrible things happen because you do things that you should not be doing.
The Ramblers need something.
They just need a huge play right now.
They need to score right here. It is 3rd and 2 at the Evart 20-yard line. Braylon Pace takes the snap, hands it to Kelvin, who runs up the middle. He has room, but he is tripped up, but I do believe he gained the first down. Yep, he did gain the first down.
But the clock should still be running because they did get tackled, like, not out of bounds, but I think the clock is still running. The McBain needs to start playing the hurry-up offense. But the McBain Ramblers right here, they need to score to be able to bring back the hope of winning this game.
They do Carson Murphy, Kelvin McGillis, and Eli outright. He rolls out, he throws it to Eli underneath, but it is incomplete, which may not be a total bad thing because the clock is stopped.
The clock does stop.
They had time to talk over this next play.
Just the one thing that you do not want to do is throw an interception. You want to just, like, I see that Braylon Pace is just firing them, like, as fast as he could. I mean, like, those are, like, firing them really fast is just, like, good because then it just certifies that it's going to go in the direction you want it to go, and it just makes it so that it's a hard ball for, like, both guys to catch.
Yeah.
I mean, you commonly want to catch, like, a hard-thrown ball with your body more than your hands.
3:36 left in the 4th quarter. 3 receivers out to the left. Kelvin McGillis outright. Isaac Boss in the backfield is blocking. No, man, it was Bryce. They call flag, and I believe it's on McBain. It is on McBain. Let's remove them back.
Is that what call is that? I think.
That'll move them back 5 yards.
Now, this does not mean the end of the world. It's only 2nd down. They are back. I think they need to make a play right here. They need to score a touchdown right here.
Something needs to happen for sure. And they whistle the play dead.
Timeout, Evart.
Timeout by Evart. Now McBain needs a spark. They need to score, and then even if they do score, the defense needs to step up.
The defense needs to step up. Some of their really good players just need to step up and just play like they did before, like Jonathan Sycamore. Jonathan Sycamore in the first half, he did amazing. He kept on breaking through that line and kept on getting to that quarterback. He didn't sack him, unfortunately, but he kept on breaking through that line and being able to possibly get the quarterback. And just the McBain guys, their best players need to play the best they've ever played.
We need something here.
Because last year in the
playoffs, McBain won.
Last year in the playoffs, McBain won 42-7, and then I do not personally know what happened after that game. But this game right here is just a playoff rivalry in a way, because they have, for the past 2-3 years in a row, they played each other in the playoffs. And both of them have won twice, have beaten each other. Like in 2020, Evart beat McBain, and then in 2021, McBain beat Evart.
Evart defense needs to step up too here. They get the stop here, they may end the stop the Rainbow Spears. Brain rolls out left. He chucks it as he gets, and it is picked off. He's going, and he's pushed out of bounds of right. And does Kobe White with the interception. Braylon Place as he's getting hit through an interception. It will be Evart ball.
Now, this is officially marked the end. This has possibly marked the end of the game. This has possibly marked the end of the game.
Unless something incredible happens.
Unless if the good old someone runs through the line, takes the handoff from the quarterback, and runs it all the way back to the end zone. But now the defense is going to have to show up in this game and make a stop with 3 minutes, but they're probably going to run the ball.
See what they can do here. They
They're
give
gonna
it
run
to
the ball.
Graber, who is back in the game. Runs it right. And he is taken down by, I think that was,
Tanner Graber, the ball carrier,
I'm not sure. I think that was Johnny Sycamore with the tackle.
picks up a yard. McBain takes a timeout. Their second of the half.
It's 2nd and 9. McBain calls a timeout.
And I think some of these guys, some of these seniors out here are playing through, it looks like some of them are hurting too. I mean, I can see some of them, I'm not going to say who I think is hurting because I might be entirely wrong, but some of them are, I mean, it just shows how much dedication they have to this game and how much they want to win this game. It's just it's somewhat sad to see some of these guys have worked their entire lives to get to this point and have gotten to this point several times, but then at the end of their high school career or possibly their football career in general, they don't win.
It is sad to see.
It is very sad to see.
The McBain defense here. Do you think they still have hope in them, Grayson?
Personally, judging by their body language, it does not look like they have that much hope in them. They still do, but it does not look like they have that much.
Wallace takes a snap. He gives it to Graber, who runs it up the middle,
And
bumps it outside, and has room, and he's taken down. I think he has maybe got the first down. I believe he did get the first down. First down. That could be the game right there.
By number 73, Mac Monaco.
Mac Bonico got the tackle. His dad is, his last name is legendary in some parts of the world, and he is thankfully to be blessed genetically and just physically for all of his hard work.
Wallace in the backfield. Graber to his left. Takes a snap. Hands it to Graber, runs up the middle, and is taken down. Hard hit. Just swept him off his feet.
I think that was Caleb Abbott.
I think it was. Caleb Abbott is such a fast and hard hitter. That will make it 2nd and 10. Ramblers take their final timeout. 2:22 left in the fourth quarter. The score is 31-22. Wildcats are winning. The Wildcats are at about the 48-yard line, their own 48.
Chocolate milk has essential nutrients every athlete
Now,
needs,
this,
not typically found in traditional sports
This
drinks.
game has just been a very entertaining game, but I still believe in the Ramblers. I still believe in the Ramblers, but just right now, just judging by how they're acting and how they're like doing, I don't think they really believe in themselves that much. Because I mean, reading body language in certain scenarios is just very easy, and just right now I can see that some of them have just lost all hope.
2:26 left in the fourth. 2nd and 9 for the Wildcats. Wallace, Graber to his right. Wallace takes a snap. He throws it. It's a screen pass to number 7. That is Ladd, who takes it, and he's going, but he decides to slide to run out the clock. That was a very unselfish play.
Yes, a very unselfish play. He saw that he had the speed to be able to run it all the way back to score a touchdown, but no, instead of scoring a touchdown, he decided to slide to run out the clock even more.
Or maybe he slipped, who knows, but I'd like to think he slid to be an unselfish player.
Yeah, it looks like he slid.
Same formation here for the Wildcats.
A minute left in the game.
Wallace takes the snap, hands it to Graber, who's running and is met by Ben Rodenbaugh, who kind of throws him to the ground. But he does gain 7 yards on the play, which will make it 2nd and 3. Sorry, 5. 2nd and 5. 1:30 left in the the second half. Ladd out left. Two receivers out right. Wallace. Graver to his left. Wallace. He takes the snap, hands it to Graver. But the play is whistled dead. I'm not sure what happened. 1:01 left in the fourth.
False start against the Wildcats. That'll move them back 5 yards.
False start, moving back 5 yards. .101 left in the fourth quarter.
101 left. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm not speaking that much. It's just right. I'm not really sad. I'm just mostly just disappointed how everybody's just like lost all their morale. I mean, this was a very good game. This has been a very good game so far. I mean, it's been an amazing game. And McBain had it in the first half.
Evart. Wallace takes the snap. He rolls out right. He's looking. And he slides.
Preston Wallace, the ball carrier.
Wallace decides to slide, run out the clock. That will be the game. I think maybe one more play. I'm not sure.
Nope, I think they're going to run out the clock because, I mean, there's 40 seconds left.
Maybe
This
run
game,
out the clock.
now, this game has been an entertaining game so far. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been my first football playoff game, and it has been an amazing game. I mean, it was a back and forth game this entire time. McBain had the first half, and then there was a good fight. It was a good fight. I'm going to tell you right up now, it was an amazing fight this entire game.
They're going to have to call one more play to run out the clock.
And that will be the game. McBain, final score Evart 31 and McBain Ramblers 22.
This has been Gavin Scott and Grayson Guernsey. We will see you sometime in the future. Again, this was a great game. Hard-fought game by both teams.
Hard-fought game. Now, hopefully, just to give out to the seniors that are graduating, this is our last football game. I'm wishing you guys luck in your future. And I might see you in basketball. I don't know, but the guys that don't play basketball, I'm wishing you luck in your future. And I'm hoping that I get to see you sometime in person. This will be, like you just said, and they are going to shake their hands, but
this has been Gavin Scott and
Grayson Guernsey.
And we will see you again in the future.